Welcome to Murmur Rift. Real stories, unsettling moments, whispers that never fade. Today's story was sent to us by a man named Ethan Keller from Fort Ashland, Arkansas. A small town you've probably never heard of. What happened to him? Stuck with me. And now, it might stick with you, too. Ethan worked at a bakery in Fort Ashland for over 12 years. Same job, same hours, same routine. He'd pull in every morning at 4 a.m. and park in the same exact spot, behind the strip mall, away from the customers. It wasn't official or anything, but that spot, it was his. Everyone who worked there knew it. Until one July morning, someone else took it. When he arrived that day, a black Cadillac with tinted windows was already there, no one in sight. Just sitting there, like it belonged. At first, Ethan brushed it off. Probably someone new or from one of the other shops. But then, the car stayed. It was still there at lunch, still there when he went home, and again the next day, and the next. That's when he noticed the smell. It was faint at first, barely there. But each time he passed by that car, something about the air felt heavy, like burnt metal, mixed with rotting fruit, something he couldn't quite describe, just wrong. By the way, if you've made it this far and the story has you hooked, it would mean a lot to us if you hit that subscribe button. We post stories just like this one every week. And if you've ever had a moment where your instinct saved you, let us know in the comments. We read them all. Ethan's dad had been a Marine, later a cop. And something he'd always told him was, if your gut says something's off, don't ignore it. So on day 3, Ethan called the local police. Not 911, just the non-emergency line. He felt ridiculous even dialing the number. What was he going to say? Hey, someone took my parking spot and it smells weird? Still, he waited outside. Over an hour passed. Most people would have given up. But Ethan, he waited. Something just didn't sit right. Eventually, a patrol car pulled in. 2 officers. They looked half asleep at first, probably thinking it was a waste of time. But they ran the plates, and everything changed. They started asking Ethan questions. Had he touched the car? Had he seen anyone near it? Did the parking lot have cameras? And then one of the officers said something that made Ethan's stomach drop. This vehicle matches the last sighting in an active Amber Alert. The car belonged to a 27-year-old man from the next county over. His name wasn't released publicly at the time, but he had a record. And he'd recently been dating a 15-year-old girl named Madeline Rhodes. Madeline had been missing for 3 days. Friends said she wanted to leave him, that he was possessive and unstable. She got into the car with him and never came home. Police backup arrived. They opened the trunk. What they found inside was something Ethan would never forget. Wrapped in a blanket was Madeline's body, badly beaten, already gone. She died in the back of that Cadillac, and it had been sitting there for days, in his parking spot, just a few feet from where he stood every single morning. Ethan told me he never learned exactly when she died, and that thought still haunts him. What if he had called sooner? What if he had trusted that gut feeling on day 1? Maybe, just maybe, she could have been saved. He wanted us to share this story for one reason, to remind you that instincts exist for a reason, even when they seem small, even when they seem stupid, even when it's just a car that smells a little off. Listen to that voice in your head, because sometimes It's the only warning you'll ever get. Thanks for watching. If that gave you chills, there's more coming. Subscribe, like, and join the Rift before it's too late. See you in the dark.